Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Third Inning Podcast. I'm your host, Izzy Rain. So I think that I am using the right microphone. I know I have my microphone plugged in, but on Audacity it says USB Advanced Audio Device instead of Blue Snowball. So I'm hoping it's right. It looks like it's right, but I just wanted to say that just in case it's not. But this week we're talking about a lot of little things happen throughout the week instead of just having one big subject. I did go to a minor league game last night in Augusta. It's actually, the stadium's in South Carolina, but they're called the Augusta Green Jackets, which is in Georgia. The city is right on the river, and the river is the state line. So they moved to South Carolina last year in 2018. But they have the name Augusta, even though they're not technically in Augusta, like the Angels. But yeah, so a lot of little things happen this week, and I forgot to get the baseball cards. So we're not going to be opening any baseball cards this week. They're in the kitchen, and I already started recording, and I don't stop. This is a non-edited podcast, if you did not know that. This is just me talking. That's how this is. I sit on the floor. I used to not sit on the floor, but I've been recording downstairs because we do not have really a working AC up there. So our first subject, well, I'm going to ask y'all a question first, because if you saw on last week's Monday's video, it was an ASMR video, so I understand if you didn't watch. But I did get a banner to put pins on. So I try to get a pin at every major league stadium that I go to. So I was just wondering if you guys collect any pins. My most recent one is like a guitar neck, and it's for the All-Star Game coming up next month. And it says Rock and Roll All-Star Game, Cleveland, Ohio. So really cool. And that's my first All-Star Game one. I don't know why I don't have a Nats one or a I have a Marlins pin, but it's not for the All-Star Game. So that was my question. Do you collect pins? Moving on to Tuesday now, which I think this technically happened on Monday, but I saw about it on Tuesday. So this is from the Baseball Masters. And Muncy, we had the Dodgers playing the Giants this week. Muncy said, Bumgarner said, don't watch the ball run. And I just told him, if he doesn't want me to watch the ball, go get it out of the ocean. So if he really said that, I do think that's funny. But what are you guys' thoughts on players watching home runs? I see nothing wrong with it. If I do something good, I want to watch it. Like, I do watch my own YouTube videos after I upload them, just to see if I got everything right. And if I'm proud of it, I want to watch it. So I see nothing wrong with players watching home runs. I know this was a big debate earlier this week. I see nothing wrong with it. Do y'all see anything wrong with it? So our next thing, again from Tuesday, this is from this Instagram. I see all this on the popular page, and I obviously do look it up. But quotes are sometimes hard because obviously I don't know Max Muncy. Can't ask him. I don't know Bumgarner. Bumgarner is local though, from where I'm from. So, but this is from glovelove.co on Instagram, and it says Christian, and this is as of Tuesday at 2:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Christian Yelich leads the National League in dingers, and he is 24 at the time of this tweet, and stolen bases at 14. This has only been done once before, 82 years ago. So I knew about his home runs, but I did not know about the stolen bases. I think I've seen him steal a base once when he was with the Marlins, and I've never seen him hit a homer in person. This was only Stanton Ozuna. I even saw D. Gordon hit a home run. But yeah, love the Marlins. Oh, and I started a baseball blog this week, which is basically the podcast just in like word format, but in the podcast you're getting more than the blog posts are getting. So my link will be down below in the description box if you guys want to check it out. If you would just like to read what we talk about before listening to the podcast, that link will be down below in the description. I'm trying not to sneeze, but it happened. I'm sorry. And so as I said, this is an unedited thing. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go to a Coastal Plain League game this coming week. But I don't know, because none of the games are on good days for me, because Monday's a doubleheader, and I'm really confused by how they're doing it, because it's not like a real doubleheader. Like, they're playing I don't know, it's really weird. They're playing like half a game at 7, this is what I'm assuming, and then they're playing another game at 9, so I'm like, a baseball game is not, I mean, it would be really good if it was 2 hours. They can be 2 hours, but especially with this kind of league, I don't think a game would be 2 hours. So I don't know how that will go. And then Wednesday they're playing the team that I saw them play before. And then on Friday, I may go Friday, but I'm not sure if it's a good day for me yet. And then the other days they are out of town, which, I mean, the other teams aren't really that far, but I mean, I only go because it's in my city. I don't go just to go, you know, like, I don't go. I wouldn't go if it wasn't. So then this week, on Thursday, we had a game in Omaha, Nebraska, which y'all may be like, if you're not familiar with baseball, you're like, is there even a team in Omaha? Well, there is a AAA team, the Storm Chasers, or at least that's what they were called. I don't know if they're still called that. And I don't know who they're an affiliate with. But we had MLB in Omaha 2019. We had the Tigers play Kansas City, but I did not get to watch it. I saw the national anthem, and it was really cool. They had all the college teams who were in the College World Series. That's why they have the game in Omaha, because the College World Series is hosted in Omaha, so where all the college teams play to see who the champion is. So they had like all the college teams on the field, as well as the Tigers and the Royals. And it was just really cool. They had a commemorative baseball with the state of Nebraska on it. And yeah, it was the same night as the NBA final game. So I didn't get to watch the baseball game because this week for me was primarily basketball oriented. So that's why, again, I don't have a main subject to talk about on the podcast this week, just because this week was mainly basketball for me, and I think for a lot of America. But this isn't a basketball podcast. So I'm going to go through the scores now, just as a break before we get into the minor league game I went to yesterday. So let's go over to At Bat, MLB At Bat, which is the MLB's app, and it keeps asking me to sign in, but I'm not doing that because I don't have a subscription with them anymore. But okay, and if you guys want to watch the Dodger-Cubs game tomorrow, it is on TV. I will be watching. Tweet me about it. My Twitter is always down below in the description, and it should be a lot of fun. We know what I think of the Cubs from last week's podcast, so it should be fun. But yeah, so tonight we have, and this is Saturday, June 15th when I'm recording this, but you guys will be seeing this tomorrow on the 14th. So the Cubs will be playing the Dodgers with Darvish and Buehler pitching. I don't think Darvish is that great. I've seen him 2 times actually. I saw him with the Cubs a couple weeks ago, and then I saw him with Texas a few years ago. I don't even know what year that was. 2013 maybe? It was a long time ago, because the Yankee lineup, I was in the Bronx. Completely different. Brett Gardner's the only one who's like still there. But okay, right now in the bottom of the 8th in Tampa, we had the Angels are beating the Rays 5-3. The Brewers are playing the Giants tonight in San Francisco. D-backs are playing the Nats in DC. Red Sox playing the O's in about 30 minutes. We had the Blue Jays playing the Astros. Pirates are playing the Marlins. Indians, Tigers. Rangers, Reds. Cardinals, Mets. Yankees, White Sox. Royals, Twins. And your MLB TV free game of the day, even though this is too late for y'all, is the Phillies and the Braves. at 7:20 with Nola pitching for the Phillies and Newcomb pitching for the Braves. I've seen Newcomb several times in the regular season and at spring training. But if you guys watched that, tell me in the comments. We had the Padres playing the Rockies, and our last scheduled game is at 9:07 p.m. East Coast time, with the Mariners taking on the A's at Oakland Coliseum in Oakland, California. So going over to first pitch, which again, this app is not great because it's not updated. We talk about this every week. So we are on AA, which I'm not sure if we're actually on AA. I don't think we are. I think we're on AAA now. My bad. So yeah, we can't see the scores as usual. So we're starting with the International League, and we will start with International North, and these are the standings. So we have Sacramento, my bad. Scranton / WB, which I think is Wilkesboro, I'm not sure, is 38-27. Lehigh or Lee Valley, 32-32. Syracuse is 32-35. Rochester is 30-34. Buffalo is 30-35, and Pawtucket is 29-37. Now in the International South, Durham is 41-26. That's really good there. The Rays AAA affiliate. Gwyneth is 37-29. Charlotte is 36-30, and Norfolk is 27-38. That is terrible. There were the O's. So, there were the O's. So the International West, we have Columbus is 38-28, Indianapolis 35-30, Toledo 27-38, and Louisville 27-40. So going to our other league, which is still AAA, the 2019 Pacific Coast League standings. So PCL American Northern, we have Iowa, who is 37-31. Omaha, which we talked about them earlier, is 33-35. Memphis is 29-39. Nashville is 27-40. Then we have the American Southern, the Pacific American Southern, is San Antonio 42-26, Round Rock 40-27, New Orleans 37-31, Oklahoma City at 27-39, and then PCL Pacific Northern is Sacramento. I knew there was a Sacramento. Okay, 35-32. Fresno 33-34. Tacoma at 32-36. Reno at 29-38. And then our PCL Pacific Southern is El Paso 42-25. Las Vegas 36-32. Salt Lake City at 30-36. And Albuquerque at 30-38. So now we're going to talk about the game I went to yesterday, which is, I think, Class A. Yep, the South Atlantic League, and this is in the southern portion. So the Augusta Green Jackets were taking on the Rome Braves. So the article is the first one, and it's by Ryland Cobre. So the Green Jackets won in 10 innings, and I didn't stay at the whole game because I only had standing room only tickets, which is like, why did I do that to myself? I mean, I stayed like over half the game. I left in the 6th inning, and obviously I had to drive today, but it was 6-5, and the Green Jackets are a Giants affiliate, and then the Rome Braves are obviously a Braves affiliate. So let me tell you about this experience. This is probably my worst minor league experience, to be honest with y'all, not just because it's a Giants affiliate. That has nothing to do with it. It may, who knows. But one, the stadium was really hard to find, but that may just be my fault and not stadium's fault. Augusta's set up really weird, but a lot of cities on the East Coast are, because I was, before they were making cities like a grid system and all that. But that was just the first thing. And then, so you park, and then you get on like one of those golf carts that has a lot of rows of seats, and they take you to the stadium. Really nice. In Columbia, we used to have something like that, where there was like a bus that would go around the parking lot and drive you to the stadium. But again, it's not that bad of a walk. And I don't know about in Augusta because it's my first time there. And so that's the first thing you do. And then we went to buy our tickets. And I always tell y'all, I'm like, you can buy your tickets at the game. You don't have to buy them ahead of time for minor league games. They're like $10 to be in the second row. Okay, don't take that advice anymore. So, and again, this is a Friday night in summer. One of the first, it's the first Friday of summer here for people who are still in school. I'm not, but high schools got out like last week, I think. So, Friday night, summertime, that is another factor, because a lot of the games I go to here, I go to in the middle of the week on like a Tuesday or something. But this was on a Friday, and they, I went and got tickets, and they only had standing room only tickets, which we know I've had a bad experience with standing room tickets only before at spring training at the Cardinals Yankees. But this one wasn't as, I'm not going to say it was as bad as that, because obviously there weren't as many people, I would say. It wasn't as crowded, because obviously it's not the Yankees and the Cardinals, two of the biggest fan bases playing each other. This is just a Class A ball game. So that I did have to stand the whole game, but their standing room only is a lot better than in Jupiter, Florida, where spring training's at. Like, you could just stand against where you can usually eat. And sorry, I just hit the microphone. You don't have to stand like in a little yellow box, which I do not like that at all. That could be a rant for the other day. I could go stand in the outfield. I actually sat in the berm for a part. I went like every 2 innings to a different seat, basically. And I could have tried to steal people's seats, but there were seat police checking people's tickets. So I'm assuming it was a sold-out ball game. I'm not positive on that, though. But the reason why there were so many people was this was the first drone light show game or display in Major League Baseball ever, in big leagues, minor leagues, everything. So I didn't stay for that because, I mean, I've seen drones before. I don't really care. I mean, I don't really stay for fireworks either. And again, this game went into 10 innings, and I had to drive back to South Carolina this morning, so I didn't want to stay out there that long, and especially for teams I don't really care about. I don't care about the Giants. I don't care about the Braves. You know, if it was a major league game, yeah, I would have stayed the whole time. But minor league game where I have to stand the whole time, I'm not going to stay all 9 innings, and especially when this went into 10 or 11 innings. Not going to stand that long. But, yeah, so I wouldn't recommend, really, this stadium. There's no outfield seats either. It's just you had to stand in the outfield. I'll let you know. But that is the podcast for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it was kind of random, but that's how it is sometimes. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye, guys.